What's up, guys? Brett here, and we're back today playing some more Darkest Dungeon. We're going back into the courtyard. I've assembled a team. I've given them their gear, and we're going to head right in. We're not going to waste too much time. Let us embark. Okay. Same stuff we had last time. We're going to get close today. We're going to get very close to the Viscount. Viscount? No, it's definitely not Viscount. I think it's pronounced Viscount. Don't quote me on that. Okay, let's bring an extra one of those. Stack of holy water. Stack of blood. We're not completely infected, though. No keys. Everything good. It's been a little while since I played once again, so you gotta let my eyes adjust to remembering all the things I'm supposed to bring. I'll bring one extra torch, and I'll use it right at the beginning to give myself a little extra accuracy. We have 2 people craving, so I'm going to bring 2 extra blood as well. That way I can feed them right at the start. Okay. I think we're good to go. I've already leveled everyone up. I've got a crew sitting in the sanitarium right now. We're getting rid of some negative quirks and locking in some positive ones. But we're going to try and get this done. We've got a lot of people that are infected right now. And if we can finally kill this boss, which isn't going to be right now, but it should be very soon. Alright, 2 bloodlusts ready to go. Like I said, it might not be right now, but it's going to be very soon. I was hoping we could get to it today, but I'm kind of doing the mental math, and I'm not sure we will. Oh, I meant to use the torch. That's okay. We'll use it before the combat starts. There we go. So everyone's got a little +3 accuracy. It's pretty nice. So with our build here for Stanley the Hellion, she has some abilities that are going to let her move around. So we've never used Breakthrough that much. It doesn't do a ton of damage, and it debuffs self, but what it does do is hit multiple targets. Unless it completely misses everyone. Oh no, she has... Wait, why did she... Oh no, that's just the normal debuff. Okay, I was thinking for a second that she had...
The ground quakes.
I forget what it's called, but it's what happens when you miss and you get a debuff. We've had people in the game that have had that so far. Okay, that was a good attack. It's about what I would have done, I think. Nice and easy. Just top everybody back off. Hope to get a crit. Perfect. But this is a good team for, like, focus killing.
Confidence surges as the enemy crumbles.
Juster's one of the best characters for...
Continue the onslaught. Destroy
courtyard, for
them
sure.
all.
Alright, let's open this up. Forgotten Strongbox, something good. Nice! Oh my god, we have the other piece. Oh, we have the other one that gives us the dodge and the accuracy. Man, this is a hard one to pull off, though. Death blow resist is pretty important. I'm trying to remember what the other one has on it. I mean, I'm happy to complete the set, but...
A handsome reward for a task well performed.
No one needs this food, so we'll just dump it. We've already got 2 extra stacks. Okay, as usual, let's go ahead and organize by the things we know we're not dumping.
Wealth beyond measure, awarded to the brave and the foolhardy alike.
And as usual, gold's not as much of a priority. We're swimming in it.
Cruel machinations spring to life.
Let's just use a bandage, get rid of that. I always end up throwing away a bandage or 2. I could smell where blood will be spilled. Okay, you done messed that up. I think we still have an attack from the 3rd row. We do, and we can scoot forward, which is nice. So that guy's going to die to his bleed. Excellent. And here we should He's got really high blight resistance. We don't want to try that. Let's just go for the Esquire. We might be able to stun him.
A decisive pummeling.
Excellent. Plus the huge stress relief. Man, things are going our way so far. I was about to say, right until this epic crit, and then he was going to hit us for like 30 damage. But that did not happen. Awash in crimson, I am reborn. You gotta stop doing that, buddy. Let's actually go for an impale.
As the fiend falls.
And you know, if we land it, we land it. So cool. Stack a little bleed, stack a little blight. Resisted the bleed. Might be able to stun this thing too. Perfect. Stuns and status effects go together so well. Take advantage of this easy time right now to bring that stress level back down.
Impressive.
And he's dead. Peace out, Flesh Eater.
These nightmarish creatures can be felled. They can be beaten.
We do not need gems. It's only for one round. Another one of these big hives we can burn up.
If only treasure could.
That was worth it just to get our torch back.
Otherworldly corruption.
We net positive one torch. Okay, one shovel. We already have 4. We'll dump that. Oh man, we got a long way to walk backwards. We got to get back up to here. Okay, who has the worst stress? We've got plenty of torches. Oh man. I'm tempted to go to this room just because we haven't been there yet, and we could make kind of this roundabout way. I was debating that just now, like, man, do we go straight for where we know we need to be? What happened? Went down in the blood. Let's just hook her up with it. Is anyone hurt at all? No. Keep on walking. I'm hoping to get some sort of trinkets or, you know, more heirlooms when I burn those. Okay, and this is more stress relief. We brought extra holy water, so we might as well. I'm kind of intently watching the ground here to see if I can preemptively see any of the traps. They look like little blood boils. Okay, it's time for the gold to disappear. And a journal page. Oh, it's another one from Darius. Darius, how are you already in here? We've read many of the Darius pages. Okay, that's nothing for us. So I think we probably have one more door before we can get into the boss's lair. So that means we have one more key to find. And I do not remember the shape or the layout of the last area. So we're just gonna hope for the best. Okay, this is a great pickup. But we're gonna have to toss something. Probably could just toss these medicinal herbs. Next will probably be the antidotes. The herbs are probably more useful than the antidotes, or the anti-venom rather. But we'll use it if we get the chance. If not, we'll just throw it away. Another one? Alright, we're going up. How many shovels do we have left?
A fortune waiting to be spent.
Looks like we could probably go pretty far with this crew. We might be able to map out the complete rest of the dungeon and then stop in front of the boss's room. Stun chances here aren't great. Let's go for the yacht. Alright. Worth it just to stun the ghoul. 100%. There was a decent chance there we could one-shot the Flesh Eater, which is why I went for that.
Their formation is broken.
Alright, peace out. One Bloodseeker, one Sycophant now. Or Bloodsucker. Bloodseeker, where am I getting that from? I feel like that's from something. Oh, you know what? Let's start lowering her stress.
A time to perform beyond.
She's got 2 items that will wreck her stress levels if we're not careful. She's got plus 20 stress. Horror. Okay. Go for the stun and we land it. Perfect. Go for another stun on this guy. We might get lucky. Not quite. Ah, Bloodseeker. That's what it's from. I've been playing a bunch of Underlords. So it's from Dota. He's by far the more dangerous threat, but I thought we could get rid of this mosquito a lot faster than we have.
Consumes the mind.
And stress levels now are starting to become real. And we're missing this thing a little too much. Resisted the bleed, eh? Happy to dodge that. If I remember correctly, that causes some pretty bad bleed. Wow, the horror stacks are starting to get pretty real.
The boldest gaze.
Alright, let's put the shield breaker on him. She has the ability to pierce his protection. Double resist. Man, his bleed resist is not that high to be resisting our bleed chance. Yeah, and he's dead now. That's what I didn't want to see. That just makes that take longer.
Press disadvantage. Give them no quarter.
Be nice if they let my Jester go next. Let's go for the Yop. Really want to try and let my Jester go if we get the chance. So 31, 42, no brainer.
The blood.
Bit of a mistake not to focus him down earlier.
This expedition at least promises success.
Let's buff her damage. Actually, it's just dodge and speed. I could have sworn it gave you bonus damage. I guess not. We don't need any of this stuff. And if our stress levels get too bad, we'll just camp. We've got an extra bedroll. Four manservants. Gross. This is what I was expecting, them to start like protecting each other. It's hard to resist a 4-man impale. Double stun, excellent. This might be a fight we can cheese a little bit for some heals and stress relief. Spread the healing around. Everyone's just that little bit hurt. I'm hoping the Hellion goes first now. Nope.
Destroyed.
It kind of sucks for us because she could have done her 3-man attack and then we could have used one more Impale and we probably would have closed this whole fight up. Gross, don't show me that.
A
We'll do this
momentary
again.
abatement.
Heal number is looking a little low. And a good way to preemptively like make it so that you don't take a lot of stress damage is to get Battle Ballad going right at the beginning of a fight and just keep it nice and high.
Obliterated. Inspiration and improvement.
How bad is this bleed? Not too bad.
Seize this momentum. Push on to the task's end.
That is bleed resist, a blood charm. Not necessary. Alright, let's see what we can scout. Well, that's easy, only one way to go. Another one of these. We're gonna have to pass. I don't need 3. Oh no. I didn't know you could get loot from these.
Trinkets and baubles. Paid for in blood.
Well, I feel like a dummy. I didn't know you could just open those. But I feel like I've done that before and I've gotten cut by broken glass. So... I don't know if that's always a good idea, but when you're healthy, it's definitely a good idea. Alright, no worries. We still have one left. One shovel left. One extra shovel. We're going to pass on that because we don't have any more medicinal herbs. We do have blood, though. Lots of blood. Bloody herbs are worth something, but they're not good. I think we already have some. I mean, they are good. That's not what I meant. They're not heirloom good. They're not like why we're here. Hate to throw that away. Whoa, okay, so I think it's safe to say we're in the final area. Check out how long, ridiculously long this hallway is. Let's go right maybe. Doesn't matter. We don't know where anything is, so it doesn't really matter which way we go. But I feel like we're going to be walking by a lot of these things and not opening them. If I remember right, his whole like deal is that he's a guy that eats trash. So I think there's a ton of those things all around this area. You can pick up food to eat. Please don't do that. It's pretty bad. Go for the yop. It's a little bit greedy, but if we land the stun, we look like geniuses. If we miss the stun, we look like idiots. And we're not going to half hurt the sycophant just for him to use thirst and heal himself up. Is he dead to his bleed? Yes. Very good. Alright, so here's that thirst. It's a crit. And an infection with the Crimson Curse.
Their cursed champion falls.
And we can do this.
The wounds of war can be healed, but never hidden.
We can heal ourselves. Perfect. It gives us some nice buffs. And it's going to die to its bleed.
Slowly,
Perfect.
gently.
Very clean.
This is how a life is taken.
Okay, what are we tossing now? Because I'm definitely tossing something for these crests. Don't want to toss the blood. Probably just the holy water. And as always, you don't just toss holy water. You might as well use it. Use it while you got it. And that'll give us these resistances. Most specifically to bleed. I kind of want to open one of those just to see what happens if you open it without the medicinal herbs, just for, you know, all of our edifications. I don't remember, so. Triple miss, pretty bad. It's another one of those plays, you look like you're smart if you do it and it lands. If it fails, you look like an idiot. So the manservant's dead. If we stun the esquire, that would be excellent. We did not. Chances aren't that low. You just don't want to try and stun a supplicant. It'll never work. Alright, quadruple dodge. So I don't mind missing whenever the enemies also miss. Stuff feels fair when that happens. Okay, we're going to go for him, because I think if we hit him hard enough, he's going to die. And he indeed will. This might hurt the riposte. Okay. Kinda did.
The slow death.
So two of them are already dead.
Unforeseen, unforgiving.
We don't mind taking the riposte damage because we're pretty healthy and we can just heal it back
Death
up.
by inches.
But I wish that 5 was more like a 7. That's a very weak heal. I don't know if Boisset has some sort of negative quirks that I'm not aware of. I don't remember. That's pretty bad. That's a pretty bad shuffle there. Perfect. One shot. It's a 10 damage bleed. Let's just go for the heal.
Soothed. Sedated.
And we'll top ourselves off. And he's just... Oh, well, I was going to say, unless he uses the thirst, he's dead. But he whiffed, so he's 100% dead. Now we just use sway. Attack the corpse. Damn, he was faster than us.
As victories mount, so too will resistance.
And we're going to toss the 4 food. One portrait, I'm kind of okay with throwing that to the side. Yeah, I'm not going to stress about one portrait, guys. Here, I want to make sure we're not ambushed, but I don't think I have all the right stuff. Extra crit. We don't need healing, we need stress relief. Okay, we can use mockery, that's perfect. She gets extra. Can lower our accuracy and speed a little bit. Let's encourage her. We'll revel, I think. And there goes our stress. I like party-wide buffs. You know what? Let's go for accuracy and crit on her. I always feel free to read what they say. I used to read it all the time. And this is not so good because we're not religious. Get some small buffs though. Does she count as religious? I think she does. I didn't realize the Shieldbreaker was a religious character. Anyway, we might get caught at night. We did not, which is good because we were shuffled. Our party was not in its best position. It would be nice to have a good scouting chance. Apparently, bloodlust. Oh, good, an item. Hopefully, another rare trinket. Perfect. And this is even with the lowered accuracy, so that was great. And then there were 3. Of course, the courtesans are the much more dangerous combatants here.
A devastating blow.
Okay, that's 6 damage per turn on her. Unless she does something to heal herself, she's gonna die. That sucks. And that's 15.
The end approaches.
9 on everyone else. Weird.
A momentary abatement.
We'll top ourselves off from that.
A singular strike.
That kind of sucked, but we didn't need to hit her. We wanted to hit her, though. Keep that stress nice and low. And I wasn't even thinking, but to counter our accuracy debuff, we should 100% have used the torches. Didn't do us any good there. 12. Perfect.
Ghoulish horrors, brought low and driven into the mud.
It's hard to pass up rubies, but gotta do it. And we're gonna get the bloody necrochip.
Now it must be carried home.
A reflex. I didn't mean to. I don't know if we have the other one. I think we might. I am extremely excited to see that, though. We're gonna toss 1 shovel. You know what? No, we're gonna toss the bandages. We're dealing with bleed quite well. But we might run into a wall here pretty soon. It wouldn't surprise me. Or the temptation to use the shovel here. Okay. Those 2 portraits would have matched the portraits that we threw away. We might toss something here. Probably the torches. Next will be the blood. Not going to be surprised if we run into some mists or something. Just to mess with us. Excellent. That's what we've been waiting for this whole time. Big shots from the Hellion. Bring him down. Stun here would be awesome. Let's land it. No, no go. Okay. Alright, a good dodge.
Knowing
and we resisted one of the
birthplace of dread.
36 crit.
Success so clearly in view. Or is it merely a trick of the light?
Thank you, Wayne. Wayne's kind of like a co-host for us. This is our first scout that we've had since we started. Okay, we're not going to dig in that. We don't have any more shovels. I see the trap. We've got an 80, 90 here. Damn, I want this. I want this crest. We're currently craving here. Those items are pretty trash, unfortunately. And we're probably just going to leave here after resting, maybe after this fight. Depending on... Now, we might get all the way here. We'll walk through this obstacle and hurt ourselves. That way we don't have to use an extra shovel. Next time. Quadruple dodge. Ugh. It just feels horrible. Because the accuracy on his tail is not that bad. It's 110. The same as her normal attack. The odds of us rolling that are so low. Start whittling them down, focus a little bit more. It's going to use the thirst, guaranteed. Will heal itself. Midnight Minuet, I'm pretty sure it buffs damage, yes, and speed. Us missing our AoE has kind of been the name of the game. I'm trying to think of what kind of accuracy trinkets we have. I think we have 2 focus rings. If I remember right, focus rings have accuracy buffs to them. We might want to start considering bringing those as kind of a must. Because we're not really getting killed by the monsters. We're getting killed because we're missing the majority of our attacks often. Okay, it's back to being pretty healthy. We can get rid of this bleed, heal up, and buff ourselves all in one move. You'd have to be pretty brave to want to fight these creatures in real life.
A trifling victory, but a victory nonetheless.
Let's go ahead and camp.
Circle in the dark. The battle may yet be won.
Because we can use this shovel where we're going. And go a little bit further besides. Okay. Nothing else we need. Let's give her the accuracy. And rest. Almost hoping for a fight. Want to scout out as much of this place as we can because we're coming back in. I want to know what's up. Good shovel pickup. And we've got enough food to fight off a hunger check. If it happens. Another one of these, eh? Okay, well, she's gonna search it anyway. Yeah, and she hurt herself. She got tetanus? Oh, man. Tetanus is accuracy and crit. Well, she can't miss heals, so it's not the worst thing, but if she goes to attack and misses, it'll feel pretty dumb. Alright, this is a good battle ballad time. Just big buffs for us. I'm happy this thing moved to the front. Now we can actually hit it. We're going to see if we can't kill the flesh eater first, though. Wow, lowered our accuracy and crit, but we still landed the hit because we have bonus accuracy and crit. Good to know. Even more. Give it to me.
Of skill and
Give me the crits. Damn, she's a killer. Tetanus confirmed for steroids.
well struck.
Had an interesting thing happen to me the other day I thought I'd tell you guys about, but I was totally forgetting. I was in the hospital. I kind of mentioned that the other day, but I was in the hospital off and on for about 2 days. And guys, I've been sick for so long, I'm tired of being sick. I start thinking about other ways to kind of help myself. I have never smoked marijuana or used any type of marijuana in my life. Probably no surprise to some of you who have been listening to me for a while. But a lot of my illnesses and a lot of the medical conditions that I have, and especially when they were first, starting to happen to me, might have been greatly helped by, if not like actually smoking weed, but by, like CBD oil and other things that people are testing medically right now. Basically medical marijuana, right? And I never really looked into it too much because for a long time I was in the military, I was active duty. I, have my insurance through, military means. I live in Texas, which is a pretty conservative state. So I didn't really look into it. Plus I'm a dad, the last thing I want to do is actually be high during the day. But that's not to say that I don't think those things might have helped me, right? And I was looking into like things like CBD oil, which is supposedly not illegal. And I was talking to some people about it. I have some friends I know that smoke weed. I've got some people in my life I know that have similar medical issues to me who have used different products to try and help themselves. And with great success, actually. Very similar, like inflammation, autoimmune disorders, stuff like that. And they've experienced lots of success. And I started talking to them about it, and one day I'm contacting people, I'm talking to people. And later the same day, out of nowhere, I get an email from my insurance company as a reminder that CBD oil and different types of products are illegal. And any like blood tests taken where those things are prevalent or found in the body would result in legal action or, whatever, loss of benefits. First off, it creeped me out because it was like, holy crap, was my phone listening to me? And I have my phone set to like not listen to me in every way that I can conceivably, get it to stop.
Triumphant pride precipitates a dizzying fall.
But even then, so that was my first thought. Creepy, right? Is my phone listening to me? Second thought was just how messed up it is that certain veterans, right, have really bad PTSD, certain conditions that were caused by, there's all sorts of things. But just off the top of my head, there's Gulf War veterans who have a syndrome that's named after it. You know, Texas is one of those states that they always talk about how much they love veterans, but when it comes down to it, the whole like banning of marijuana, I think, is just a weird subject. And as I've gotten older, I've kind of changed stances on it. Let's regroup in the hamlet. I think we're done here. Our packs are just too full. I don't want to go any further. This is a locked room, so we know there's a key somewhere, but we still have to find it. So let's roll out.
Where there is no peril in the task.
So I don't know.
There can be no glory in its
my thoughts on this aren't written down. I would say I have a fully formed opinion, but that my opinion isn't. It's not going to be eloquent. But it's basically just that I don't think marijuana really hurts people, and that's something that I think a lot of people have thought for a long time. I think it should be regulated, same way as alcohol.
You will know the tragic extent of my failings.
There should be a use limit. The government should be able to tax it, you know. And I don't think any of those opinions are particularly radical, but especially in the cases of people who need marijuana medically or could use it, benefit from it. The main thing that I was thinking of is all the years I spent taking different types of pain pills, and someone kind of brought this up in the comment section. They were talking about just some pain medication that they were taking, and it does have accuracy, and it just made me remember the ridiculous amount of pain medicine they tried to put me on for so long, and how bad it was, I felt, for me. We can go right back in. We don't even need to. We'll just switch out Boisset for someone else. And yeah, we'll just re-embark. Same stuff. Let's go ahead and unequip the trinkets and we'll do that whole thing again. But there were some serious risks back then of me potentially getting hooked on some horrible opiates, you know, just some honestly some really scary stuff that they were prescribing. Just kind of a little weird story, but when I was first coming to Texas, I was still very ill. I was like transitioning out of the army, and let's see, I'm looking for this. And I had, hold on, let me pause that story for a second, because we have both pieces of this. Yeah, it does give us extra death blow resist. I don't know if I want to go for that though. Let's just stick with this plus this. But I had a doctor who wasn't my regular doctor. I went into the hospital to get a checkup, essentially, and I told her about my different surgeries and pains and things like that. This lady, this young Air Force doctor, she prescribed me, guys, she gave me 200 Percocet. 200 in a giant, like the biggest prescription bottle I've ever seen. I didn't ask for 200 Percocet. I told her I had migraines because I had just had, you know, a pretty serious surgery in the side of my head, and I was having horrible migraines that like I had never had in my life, and I needed something. She gave me 200 Percocet, and all I could think of as a guy who considers himself a pretty responsible person was like, are you crazy? Like, what if I was someone who was addicted to pills? Like, you probably would have just killed me. And I honestly don't think that's a kind of an unpopular thing to say. Like, it's nuts. I think honestly it's nuts to give someone that much of any dose of any type of powerful pain medication. I don't like that. Let's just get rid of this. Done. Okay. We don't have to worry about cross-contamination, because if we're going to kill the boss anyway, then it's not a big deal. Everyone's going to get healed of the Crimson Curse very soon. So let's go ahead and provision. So my point being that a lot of stuff could have been prevented had marijuana been available to me, or the different medicinal forms of it as it's used currently. Don't need that. I feel like this boss might do some crazy stuff. I don't think we're going to reach the boss right now. I think we're going to get all the way to the point where we unlock the boss's door, then we're going to call today's episode. And yeah, just pardon my slight rambling here. I'm trying to make a point while continuing to play. Bandages, that's what we're missing. Okay. I think that's it. Yes. And let's bring one of these, and we probably have someone craving. We don't, actually. Alright, let's embark. So, I was thinking about it in my own specific case. Of course, I can't speak for everyone. The studies and stuff that I've read are very limited. They're online. I can't fact check the fact checkers, so to speak. I can take a lot of anecdotal stories. I can look at what I think I know about these types of things and try and make an educated decision as an adult, and use things responsibly. America is the land of the free, after all. And I like to think that, for the most part, you can kind of choose what to put in your own body. But some things do need to be regulated. But for my own illnesses, there were times when I couldn't eat, right? Marijuana is one of those things that helps you, kind of gives you an appetite. They use it a lot for cancer patients who use chemo. I'm pretty aware of that. Currently craving, not a surprise. One blood right on time. Got a little bit of stress here. We'll just get rid of it. Perfect. We'll pop that for accuracy so I don't forget. It can help with nausea, which is something I experienced just an ungodly amount. For those of you who don't know, I know I've talked about it before, but I had ulcerative colitis, like really severe, and eventually went on to lose my colon. And it was extremely painful, and being a little bit high can kind of help with being in pain. Trust me, I've been there with medicines that weren't prescribed to get me high. They were prescribed to get rid of the pain, but the pain didn't really go away. All I did was get high. So it's a quandary, but I think it's something worth thinking about. And it was just something that I was looking into, and I was just curious if any of you guys out there listening right now have any experience on the subject. I'd be interested to hear your opinion. Last thing I want to do is anything illegal, immoral, or anything. I don't want to do anything bad, essentially, is all I'm saying. But I don't know how long it'll take before something like marijuana gets demystified. I'm not a big proponent of young people doing it.
A faint hope blossoms.
I don't think everyone should be allowed to do it. I'm talking 16-year-olds and stuff like that. We still don't know 100% how it affects brain development. Oh, we got the key. Perfect.
Waiting to be spent.
So we can go and unlock that door right now. But I was thinking there might be another treasure chest for us to get to. Yeah, let's just keep going. I see this sneaky trap here. I kind of want to take the chance with her to unlock it. Yes, because that'll lower her stress level by 8. Perfect. Don't mess this up for me. Let's get some good stuff. Cross your fingers.
Finding the stuff is only the first test. Now it must be carried home.
Sure, we'll pick things up. See, like I said, pardon my ramble. Pardon my not 100% fully formed, cohesive series of thoughts. It was just an interesting subject that I hear talked about a lot. I've been listening to a lot more podcasts and a lot more people with experience on the matter than I have, for sure. And like I said, over time, my personal opinions have changed. And I think it's important to keep your minds open.
Wealth beyond measure, awarded to the brave and the foolhardy alike.
Let's dump those. I don't even know why I brought those. Toss the emeralds, pick that up. We probably could fight the boss, to be honest. Let's go for it. Surely it won't fail me. Alright, big damage.
Confidence surges as the enemy crumbles.
It's kind of how it's supposed to work. Go for the stun. The Chevaliers are really weak versus stun. 60% is pretty low at this point in the game.
Press this advantage. Give them no quarter.
That's how it's supposed to work.
The abyss returns even the boldest gaze. A devastating blow. Their formation is broken. Maintain the offensive.
Also just wanted to bring up the whole, like, how creepy is it when it feels like your phone is listening to you type of thing. That's always on my mind. Obviously, there's a lot of things you can do to mitigate, you know, what apps and stuff have access. You can make sure your microphones are off. You can make sure mostly that your GPS is off. I don't know if it's actually possible to 100% turn off the GPS. But my wife will do this all the time. She'll be talking about some subject that's just complete nonsense. And then she'll be like, let's look and see if like Google was listening. And then the first letter she'll type in, it'll give her that result instantly. Little bit creepy.
The will to fight falters.
Our will to fight is strong, sir.
Success so clearly in view. Or is it merely a trick of the light?
Crack that. Lost treasure box. Give us something good.
Glittering gold,
Junk.
trinkets and baubles. Paid for in blood.
The thing is, if we're going to leave this place relatively soon, because we already have the key, I think this just goes all the way down and connects, and we'll end up going all the way around. My only thought was that, just like there was a treasure chest in that bottom corner, there might be another treasure chest with another unique item for us to grab. I don't know if that's the case. We're going to keep going forward, though. We don't really have too much of a choice. I could use some of this food and pick up something else. We don't have a camp yet. And we're probably not going to be here long enough to have a hunger check. So yeah, let's just keep rolling. Okay, now we'll have a camp. Huh. Just keep up our whole not prioritizing items and gold. There's a pretty sweet YouTube video called Pain Train, I think, where a guy he's playing like modded Darkest Dungeon, and he's got triple Hellion in the front with some other like modded character I didn't recognize, like a Dragon Lancer or something ridiculous. And he's just playing that song, Pain Train, while he uses that one ability over and over again. It's hilarious. Nerd humor is the best humor. Alright, he's dead. That's all we needed to do was just a couple points. I was checking the math on that. Kill him before he gets a chance to attack. Damn, a hit there might have killed it before he got a chance to use a thirst. Alright, guard mode's not too bad. We can bypass that with AoE attacks. Triple Blight. Oh, I've missed thee. 6 damage, he's dead. Let's go for the stun. They're both dead, and he's very hurt. There's nothing we can do, I don't think, that turn to kill him.
compassion is a rarity in the fevered pitch of battle.
But I guess maybe just to close out my my lame thesis on marijuana use. My current stance, and let me know what you think, is just that
Gently. This is how
in
a
all
life
instances
is
of
taken.
medical cases, it should be allowed. Almost no questions asked.
As victories mount, so too will
For cases of
resistance.
cancer, terminal illnesses, in every state it should just be completely allowed. No, just really no questions asked. Terminal cases, severe PTSD, it shouldn't even be a hesitation.
Inspiration.
And that's kind of where I land.
Improvement.
There's just too many cases of dudes coming home, men and women coming home and getting prescribed just horrible amounts of pills for something that maybe they could have treated with something as, at the end of the day, harmless as a little bit of weed. So, ugh. The conversation is a little personal for me, but I'm more than willing to admit that I have very little experience myself on the subject. So I will defer to people who know what the hell they're talking about. So what I'm thinking is right now we'll get up to the boss's room and then leave. And then we'll start tomorrow's episode with a good boss fight. Maybe not tomorrow's episode, but the next episode. Maybe a day or two. I'm not going to make you wait too long if we don't fight him today. Try and get rid of one enemy. But we're going to like hand pick a team and we're going to come in hot and take him on. With whatever the strongest crew that I think I can assemble is. The Jester will almost certainly be on that crew. If I remember right, there's a whole riposte strategy that you can use. Because I think he uses riposte, if I remember correctly.
Unforgiving.
So you don't want to hit him, you want him to hit you and then to hit him that way. So we might be able to bring in some like highwayman men-at-arms shenanigans.
Of skill and purpose.
Almost certainly going to want a Vestal. So then that kind of just leaves one open spot. Maybe even do like a double highwayman. Because I don't know how strong a double man-at-arms would be. I don't think there's any other characters that have riposte.
A trifling victory, but a victory nonetheless.
Get rid of that. Let's just pop this holy water. So I think we're almost done. And there's the lock on the door. Let's use the key, that way we don't have to bring it back next time. And if we scout out the boss, then we'll just turn around. Yeah, that's got to be the boss. If this is the locked door and this was the locked door, then that's the boss. We've got some pack space. We're in good health. Let's make use of it. And we're definitely going to want to camp before we leave too. That makes sure we're not dealing with having to pay for stress relief. So this will just take a minute. We'll go ahead and knock this out. That alone, man, look how worth it that was. Jesus. We are going to toss the medicinal herbs, pick up another 3 portraits, and we might have enough to get that last district. We're going to have to check on that. There's a lot more battles. Jeez. Okay. We've got a few minutes here. I don't mind going a little bit long on today's episode. We're closing in on an hour. But I mean, I've done super long episodes before. I've just had problems with Darkest Dungeon uploading when it's past a certain amount of time. YouTube can be weird sometimes. Alright, this dude is done. Excellent crit.
Executed.
Right on time. And if we could land this. Beautiful. Flawless victory.
A death by inches.
Let's just go first. Bomb him. The bleed should be enough to kill him, and it is. So now we can just chill. Try and get some AoE healing. Hopefully the Vestal's faster. She is. And there we go.
The bigger the beast, the greater the glory.
The greater the glory. Let's... Yeah, we'll toss the torches. I'm gonna be a little aggravated by that if this Curio needs a torch. We don't have any holy water left, don't want to mess with that. I don't expect these rooms to give us a lot of stuff. But I'm hoping to get just lots more heirlooms right now, if you're wondering what I'm trying to accomplish. Let's get out of here with the most stuff we can. Focus down the courtesan again. She's an easy, vulnerable, high priority threat. Let's go for that stun. Can we land it 2 times in a row? We did. It's alright, we'll go for it again next turn unless we take a lot of damage. We want him to use his physical attacks. We don't care about his physical attacks at all. The one thing that I don't remember, and I'm kind of thinking about it right now, I don't remember if firewood carries over from mission to mission. I might want to Google that real quick before we leave. I could just not use it. I mean, that's also a thing. Because if it doesn't, we could get ourselves right next to the boss, use the campfire to give ourselves a ridiculous amount of buffs,
A victory.
and then go in.
Perhaps the turning point.
Might Google that while we walk. Because I feel like that's something I knew and have forgotten, as opposed to just something that I want to, like, cheese the system by knowing. We'll toss the blood. Should have used it for some buffs, but whatever. I was thinking about tossing the food there for a second. Glad I didn't. Okay, let's use our AoE bleeds. Nice. And let's finish him off. No, what a miss. Trying to Google while playing. See what the internet tells me. I don't think so, I guess. Reddit, as always, is the greatest repository of human knowledge. See what they say. The idea now, I guess, would be to find like a crate or something and just not open it. That was kind of always an option, though. I was trying to be a little smarter about it, a little sneaky.
Remind yourself that overconfidence is a slow and insidious killer.
So if we can't take it with us, toss that, pick up that. So our ideal scenario right now would be to come across a curio that requires the wine bottles, I guess is what they're called. The wine crate. Dang, look at all this stuff. Let's reshuffle. And as soon as we find one of those, we're just going to leave. Another one of those, we're not going to dig. Alright, give me a good fight. Could probably find one in this hallway. I feel like we passed one up. Or maybe not, because she always investigates them. See if we can't kill the manservant. Would have been great to try and stun the Esquire, but... Perfect. Alright, 2v4. Oh, craving. We don't have any extra blood. And we are going to camp after this. Because a direct hit there will kill him, heal us. But everyone else needs a little bit of healing as well. We've got 2 people who are currently craving. Big hit. 17, not terrible. We're not going to bother healing because we know that we're about to camp. Alright, give me the good stuff.
These nightmarish creatures can be felled. They can be beaten.
Okay, she's craving, so she's a little pissed off. Pick that up. And we will... What can we do? Our stress levels aren't that bad. We can just do this. Wound care. Pray. Courage. Another wound care.
A momentary abatement.
Yeah, we're done. And if they attack us, we're kind of cool with it. And let's go back here and visit. And hope to find another one of those wine crates. Because that will help us out a lot. I don't know what our crew's going to be right now, but we're going to optimize our camping skills before this boss. And make sure that we get some really serious buffs. Just click on the wrong thing. Alright, that turn did not go very well. They resisted a lot of stuff, we missed a lot of stuff. Our Jester's very hurt.
Death waits
Okay.
for the slightest lapse in concentration.
That's gonna be. It's just too value of an attack to pass up for me. Trying to land these bleeds. And he's dead. Very good. See if we can land a big heal. Crit heal. Perfect. Almost full health.
Their cursed champion falls.
And she can heal herself a little bit. Resisted. Nice. We'll try some more AoE. And we crit healed the wrong person. It's alright. Putting 7 health on each of them I think takes them out of a one-shottable range. And land this, and that's GG on that.
Size alone does
alright,
not
guys.
dissuade the sharpened blade.
Whew, today's episode was something else. Let's toss the gold for that. And we'll toss this for this. This is going to be it. We're going to leave from here. And then next time when we come back, we're going to walk all the way back to the boss. Try and camp right before we get there, if that's even a possibility at this point. And ruin his day. Alright. Man, big yawn. Whew. Let's regroup in the hamlet.
We fall
Enjoy
so
life's
that we may
falls of
learn
war.
to pick ourselves up once again.
What strange bedfellows? I don't know what that is. I gotta look up that achievement. But man, we picked up a lot of stuff. Quick draw, I like that. Don't like soft. Faded is awesome. Got rid of Ruin Scrounger. Gonna wanna check that out. See if we can lock some of those in.
Finally, the serum is working. And the side effects are manageable.
The medical ward is free, but we don't almost ever need the medical ward. Check to see if they have any high-level Vestals. That's probably the only thing I would want. We picked up the Man-at-Arms shield, which is not a bad shield. We almost might as well hold it. Did we have... No, we didn't have the other Highwayman trinket. Okay. Damn. Good hauls, though. And look at all the heirlooms we have. I don't remember. I think we need 200 deeds. Yes. And we're going to want to get that. So let's go about our quest right now. Let's just get those deeds. I don't think holding it does anything. I just have to manually click. Wow. That got us pretty damn close. Almost there. Yeah, we don't need to give him that last one. We just need 20 more. Boom. And we've done it. Okay. This is the last of these districts. The Altar of Light finished. And that's it. Look at our beautiful hamlet. Gotta love the extra 10% healing skills. I mean, that's going to translate over the course of the rest of our playthrough into good stuff. And the stun resist is, you know, not irrelevant. Now it's just the Miller ones that we need to do, but man, infinite runs are just kind of boring. To me, anyway. But yeah, okay guys. That's going to be it for me today. Thank you so much for watching. I'm glad you guys stuck around if you did for an hour and 15-minute long episode. Look forward to the next time. I think what we might do is go into like the Warrens or something and just knock out one of these easy quests first. And then head into the Viscount and defeat him. Happy that we have a little bit of extra invites too in case we lose for some reason. We'll get a second shot at it. Alright y'all, take care. And as always, I will see you in the next one. Later guys.